Hello, this is Luciani. I'll be doing your intuitive spiritual advice for the week of January 14th to January 20th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. Um, so let's get right into it, guys. So, ancestors, guides, spiritual entities, please give me the advice, spiritual advice for Leos for this week, January 14th to January 20th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys choosing me to be your empath, your medium, your healer. So let's see what we got here. All right, you guys are the first reading that didn't receive the Queen of Pentacles. She was coming out in everybody's reading of dependence and mistrust. Seems like Leos don't have that going on with this Eight of Swords in the bottom of the deck. In the reverse, you're breaking free from something that really is someone who's just being very excessive, or there are some sort of lack of hope. This could also mean that someone's very excessive in their behavior, like they're a slave to some addictions or demons that we have, whether it's sex, alcohol, whatever the case is, fame, fortune. It could be anything, and it's just causing maybe a lot of injustices. And you're just trying to find balance through all of the different things that are going on with this person, but it is bringing some sort of voided ambition. Maybe you counted on somebody for something that they're just not being very responsible in maybe how you're feeling. So, there's small victories here and there's big changes that are occurring here. So let's just start off the reading. You guys have the Wheel of Fortune here as your point of reference. Keep always in mind that always a new beginning, a new cycle here that's readily available to you guys all the time, right? With that being in that point of reference, meaning that the beginning of the week, you start seeing that your ability to see some opportunities. Also, for some of you guys, this is some sort of psychological maturity that occurred, some kind of comprehension of your destiny. Um, with the Five of Wands here, right? There's some sort of childish behavior that's going on, just like uh, immature battles and quarrels, just unnecessary battles, right? You know what I mean? Like with the Five of Wands, someone who's just like really immature in nature, um, someone who just likes to fight just to fight. It's not really even a fight. It's just like nitpicking, or for others of you, this is just some sort of kind of test or even preparing yourself, some sort of stimulation that's needed. So, anyway, what is at the bottom of your reading, what's presently happening, is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So, the Knight of Cups in the reverse signifies there's some sort of information that you want to find out about something that's going to reveal itself. For others of you, this means that there's some sort of fraud or tricky person, somebody of a rivalry nature. Someone that's like very rivalry, someone's very fraudulent, I'm seeing. And it's just kind of like energy is kind of preparing you throughout the week to kind of battle with this kind of like rivalry that could be going on. someone is just really fraud. Like you see in their subtle fraudness. You see something that is very subtle, but you starting to see like they're really tricky. They're not really who they say they are. They're really. I just see a lot of rivalry, like backhandedness here. That's causing you to feel like I have to kind of prepare myself from this person. Um, for others of you, this could possibly be where I would suggest that I'm not thinking you're intimidated by them. Some of you guys might be intimidated from them. Um, others of you, this is a test. This is some sort of test. This trickery that's going on is a test for you guys because with the Knight of Pentacles here at the top of your reading, I believe that you guys just kind of go off on your own and kind of find the beauty in life. You do have to keep in mind that maybe some of you guys are needing discernment. Maybe you guys kind of get a way to kind of better discern yourself from this situation. Others of you're kind of needing some sort of discernment as it relates to money matters. Maybe you're feeling like there's a chance of you being robbed from this trickery person, somebody who gambles too much and they're gambling their inheritance or their pension plan away or of that nature, or they have like a really bad spending habit. You might be feeling like you have a bad habit, or someone in your environment does, and it's really eating at your money. And you might even be feeling like you're at a loss, so you need like better discernment for it. For others of you, this could definitely be about like you just kind of needing this material wealth and security and ease, serenity. You know what I mean? You guys are maybe looking for some sort of serenity and some kind of trickery or rivalry that's going on that you might be feeling that you're at a decrease with them. Whether this is a career, if this is a career, you're just feeling like I need to create some sort of new cycle for myself, um, or take another path in life because what I'm seeing on this particular cycle is that someone really isn't who they say they are, and you're just starting either some Leos are like kind of ignoring it or camouflaging from it, or others of you guys are starting to be aware of this kind of energy and you're preparing yourself to kind of like go into that solitude for your own material safety or your own safeties. Um, so let's just move on. As I mentioned with that 10 of Pentacles there, in the reverse, some of you guys feel like you really lost out something really important in your life. Um, Others of you, there's some sort of family misfortune that occurred, or someone's gambling too much, or a bad risk that happened and a profitable something that was supposed to be profitable end up turning to be really risky. So you guys are really feeling that kind of energy. Now with the Three of Pentacles, someone in your environment, if this is you, Leo, or if this is someone in the job, in your career, in a business, say if you guys are having working on business projects, ventures, or relationships, someone is very petty with that Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone is extremely, they're mediocre. I'm not saying that someone is either working in a mediocre capacity, um, that's hindering this new cycle that needs to, is here. The new cycle is here, but you don't want to like be missing your opportunity by just getting by, if that makes sense. Um, from some others of you guys, you really do need to create a new cycle for yourself because someone who's not only a rivalry or a fraud, or they have a lot of tricks up their sleeve and being very deceptive, but they're very petty. And it's kind of like you're starting to discern that, and you're starting to see like it's even eating away at some of your tangible profits. um, that could be going on now. So with this, your spirit advice here with the chariot, your spirit advice is saying that you guys are going to be very successful in if you just honest to God, put your mind to it. Um, there's really triumph over money difficulties. There's success any if you're really if this is really a money situation that's going on where you're feeling like you're at some sort of loss or some sort of chance of loss, whether it's gambling, speculations, bad risk, misuse of inheritance funds, pensions, what have you. Um, Even like if a breakup or divorce, and then you guys have to split your assets, and then you see your own assets, and you're seeing that you're at less assets than they are, or something like that, could be the case. But all in all, your spirit advice is saying, listen, Leo, you definitely have the advantage, okay? There's definitely something that you have to master. It might be our animal passions. Some of our animal passions can be our egos that needs to be really um, to kind of like resist them sometimes. Sometimes it can kind of get in our way. Other of us, it really means that you guys are really looking for some sort of comfort, some kind of comfort that is required that you're looking for. But for the most part, I'm just seeing some sort of success. Anything that you're doing creatively, artistically, um, any success over any issues with money. And again, this is next to this five of wands here. You really do have to prepare for this success. It's I don't see it necessarily just popping up and coming to you. I really do find that you have to really, this is a test. This is really a test. And the test I'm seeing is getting away from something that's really fraudulent. It's not really calling to you in a very spiritual manner. It's just something about them that's very distrustful. With this nine of cups here in the reverse, what you're constantly could possibly recall on is something that you do feel like it's a defeat. For some of you guys, there's a lot of mistakes that you're recalling also on that you feel like that could have possibly gotten in the way of your money, or it's possible gotten in the way of an inheritance or some sort of fortune. Um, there's also someone who's very, yet again, overindulgent. If you guys are like really overindulging yourselves, just be really mindful. If that overindulgence have anything to do with gambling, um, then yeah, you guys definitely want to like calm that down because it's eating at your bottom line, it's eating at your fortunes. Others of you, if this is an overindulgence in shopping or making decisions on money, uh, projects that aren't yielding what you want it to yield, it's actually losing money. Just be really mindful of that. But for the most part, prepare yourself. That's where all of that comes into the preparedness, having proper discernment for some of these money matters that you could possibly be in. Also, with anybody who's very petty and mediocre in your life, you might want to prepare yourself from that type of energy and having proper discernment because of their behavior. And don't be ambivalent to it. Don't like try to like ignore or be apathetic to the situation. You do have to make a choice here. This is indecisions that could actually be had here. For others of you, with this Two of Swords energy here, it's kind of like you guys had some sort of temporary truce with any quarrels or in families. You guys might be trying to get, your families in order and trying to, like, maybe if you guys are going through like some sort of time where you guys are quarreling or fighting and you have like a kind of like a truce, hopefully it really does work in you guys' favor. For others of you, this is just an indecision to start a new cycle, it seems. because someone is very tricky and very petty in your environment. And there is a lot of material success that can come your way. There's a lot of triumphs that can happen in your money matters, but you definitely have to prepare for it. Don't ignore it. Don't camouflage from it. Don't even be intimidated by it. If this is some sort of intimidation by someone who's very fraudulent and trickery and petty, you do have to use this wise discernment going off by yourself for maybe for a couple of days. With the nine, maybe 9 hours, 9 days, 9 weeks, whatever the case is, maybe taking a time out for yourself to kind of go into that higher mind and see, like, how is this eating away at my money matters? How is this eating away at the practical earthly things I have? Um, Others of you guys just want to increase. You really, really want to increase in income. And you're feeling like some mistakes and imperfections that have had kind of ate away at a new cycle that you really wanted to really do still have the ability to have. It's not going anywhere. It's literally in the beginning of your reading. Now with this Queen of Swords in the actual middle, reverse, someone is just narrow minded, intolerant, full of bigotry. It could be you, Leo. It could be somebody you're in a relationship with. This could be a money situation, but someone who's very narrow minded, who doesn't look outside of their own thoughts and feelings about things. And it's a very selfish kind of energy. Um, and they could also be very petty, very, very petty. So, I mean, this could be your energy, Leo, if someone's looking at this being a cross watcher, or this, Leo, you're dealing with someone who is literally narrow minded, who really don't look at things in your way at all. They only see it from their point of view. They're very petty about it, and they got some tricks up their sleeve. So, let's get you some more information. Just keep in mind there's always a new cycle that's always had here. So if you're not liking how this person behaves and all of the imperfections that they carry, just prepare yourself and kind of take that moment away. Maybe um, one being one with nature, taking a nature stroll, or whatever the case is, to kind of see like things from a discerning viewpoint. With the nine of air here, yes, you're just feeling really imprisoned to stagnation. Damn. And you feel trapped. The cool part about this energy is that you have a right to get out. But that eight of air, I always see it as people just trapping themselves in situations, trapping themselves in their own way of thinking. The eight of air is um, definitely that Queen of Swords energy in a reverse, where someone is, uh, their narrow mindedness is putting them in their own cages, putting in their own cages, and you're imprisoned, maybe even shamed or even doubting. Um, but for the most part, I'm just seeing some kind of stagnation, some sort of quarrels and battles and domestic disputes that you feel like really caged to. And with the Hermit card, that came out, is that you guys really have to go on your own and seek wiser counsel. Whether that's, and this is Virgo energy, so you guys might have to take on Virgo traits for a while with this Hermit, and then with this Nine of Pentacles up here, in terms of discerning. But it seems like you guys got to go into some sort of discernment about, or go into a higher mind, a higher wisdom within yourself, and seeing that even though you think that you're imprisoned to, or caged into something that's really battle and quarrelsome and narrow minded, someone's being very narrow minded, if it's you or them, there's always success here. This chariot as your spirit advice is literally saying, like, listen, Leo, you always got a new beginning, literally always right around the corner at your very disposable. You always have this beautiful new increase beginning, success right there. You don't probably have to deal with this type of energy, whomever it is, whether it's a job, work, a relationship, whatever the case is. But you don't have to feel like you're bound to it. Whatever you guys feel like you're bound to, and looking at the mistakes and the losses that have occurred from it, you just got to make better decisions for your highest and greatest good so that you can get your increase, okay? So guys, thank you so much for coming to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of your support, and I'll see y'all next week. Take care. Bye.